Okay, and welcome back. This is just going to be about what I've dreaded for a long time, which was the creation of my UI. Now, I know my UI is not perfect, and I know it's not the best that it can be, but I just wanted to have something down. So right now, on the bottom right, you have your HP, which is a slice of bread. So let's say I run over to a pigeon, and it hits me. It's going to eat away a slice of bread. It hits me again, eats away another slice of bread. Bottom left, you have my breadcrumbs that I'm going to use for bullets. So I fire a breadcrumb and it launches out, and then we can reload the breadcrumbs. And for whatever reason, Unreal makes it so hard to do animation cancels, but we have that now. So let's say I'm shooting, I reload, but then boom, I change to my shotgun. Change back, still one bullet. Right, same thing with the shotgun. Let's say I shoot this guy, reload, switch out, unloaded shotgun. Boom, animation cancel. What else? What else? What else? A little juice to the gun now has been added. You have the first, it's a Niagara particle emitter. That's the splash. And then you have, for the second part, it's a Niagara, no, not Niagara, it's particle movement. I'll show that later. But anyways, it uses two different kinds of um, things, I guess. I'll explain it. Like, it uses two different kinds of. It uses projectile and also uses ray tracing. I wanted to use ray tracing because I want it to be a speedy game, so I don't want the player to have to predict projectile movement. So, I mean, if I shoot, it's like it's instant. That like the effect or the ray that the gun shoots is just it's just all for show. There's no collision on the end of like my bullet. It's that's all for show. All the damage is handled by ray tracing. I added the display or the projectile just to give like the juice to the gun, so it doesn't feel like you're just shooting a ray, right? So there's that. There's that. I can just do a quick little demo of what that looks like. This looks really disgusting, but essentially, we're going to be taking the vectors of my socket location, which is going to be like the tip of my finger. That's where the ray is going to start for my for like the juice is what I'm going to call it. The like the line, not the ray trace, but the projectile line. So then I'm going to do ray trace by line or line trace by channel for the ray tracing of the bullet. And then I'll handle all the hit over here, but I'll also spawn a projectile bullet, which is going to have the start location somewhere in here. Yeah, so it will start at the this is better. It'll start at the socket location and it'll make a transform from the socket location to either the trace end, which is when the bullet doesn't hit anything but it runs out of distance, or the impact point. So it'll choose either one of those, whichever one happens, and make a transform, spawn the projectile pistol, and then the projectile pistol, which is this blueprint right here, with a Niagara physics to it and the breadcrumb with the projectile movement to it. Projectile movement will move, and then Niagara has, I think it's a trail that will fall behind it, which is what gives it that kind of flowy effect behind it. Going back here, this is a bug that I'm trying to fix, but right now I'm taking the dot product of the vector right as well as the velocity to see where, if I'm moving left or right in the game, because I don't know why, but I don't know if it's a bug with Unreal or if it's a bug with my code, but when I stand still, the particle starts from my fingertip. When I move right, it also starts not from my fingertip. When I move left, it starts from my fingertip. So I try to, with the dot product stuff, I try to detect which way my player is moving. So if he's moving right, then I believe the dot product of those two would be positive, negative. It would be negative. So when it's negative, I try to offset the start location to the right a little bit more, but it's not working. So that is something I still have to fix. And another big thing I have to fix is the AI movement. If I add more than 2 pigeons here, they kind of like, you can see the 2 pigeons, they just clump up together, which does not look the best. So that will be our next video. I lied. There's one more thing that I do want to take care of. If I go over here, I have a simple camera shake system now, as well as, even more importantly, let's see where the line weights. I'm using Niagara as well uh, to display the kind of wind particles that that you might see when I run a little faster in my game. So if I click play, I can show you that really quick. So, right, this is just more normal movement speed, but as I go faster, you can see that the borders of my screen are getting a little like line movements, air, just makes it look a little faster. So I do think I'm getting a little bit better at my game and timing my movement, but I also believe that I'm not going as fast, like I didn't change any of the numbers, so I'm going as fast as I am for all my other videos, but it just seems like I'm going a bit faster because of the line movement, or the Niagaras of the wind particles. In addition, I also included a bit of camera shake, so now if you're just standing still, you kind of take notice on the left wall, the wall is moving up and down. A little more oomph is when I shoot the gun, it'll shake a bit more. It's very subtle, especially if it's minimized. But yeah, you get a little shake. I'm still working with the numbers on that. And then now, I think this is really going to be the core loop of my game, is the damage numbers. So if I'm not moving and I shoot the pigeon's body, it's going to do a damage of 10. If I move a little bit, do damage of 20. If I move a little bit, damage of 20. But let's say I move like really, really fast. How much is that? That was 56. So now the damage scales off of how fast you're moving and if you hit headshots or not. So the base damage of my pistol is 10. I think I'm going to make that smaller, but let's say I try to trick shot my pigeon while I'm moving really fast. How much? That was 32. 39. And then one more going really fast to kill the pigeon. Okay, I didn't go that fast. I need a way to better display the damage numbers because I'm kind of just flicking it or shooting the pigeon and flicking my gun off the screen. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing. Yeah, and that was 78 because I was a headshot with the damage multiplier. That is actually it. Thank you.